I left multi-level marketing in 2021. I was part of 2 MLM cults simultaneously, and I'm also a whistleblower. When I began speaking out against the cultic racket that is MLM, I knew that easy access to safe public online spaces for other MLM survivors to come forward was integral to counteract and expose the gross untruths of MLM, because these spaces help me come forward. Victims quite literally have nowhere to go. They are not protected, they are not believed, they are told they cannot call a pyramid scheme a pyramid scheme. They are told that multi-level marketing is an industry and a business model. They are told there is something wrong with them when they point out their experience proves these things are incorrect. And the absurd reality of this is that it is the Federal Trade Commission, the FTC, who tells victims these things. According to the FTC's website, consumers should do their homework and search online for the name of the company and words like review, scam, or complaint. Who is creating this content, which the FTC refers to? MLM victims do. As an MLM, the FTC uses victims to do their work for them. MLM is not legitimate, nor is it a business model. MLM is fraud. Fraud cannot be more regulated. The FTC does not enforce criminal law. Since it does not enforce criminal law, does not protect consumers nor victims, what is it they do? The FTC's support of MLM purposely deceives and confuses consumers just like MLMs do. Moreover, the FTC puts whistleblowers and victims at risk from these frauds. Take as an example, an MLM victim has realized they've been defrauded and begins speaking out and are told to file a report with the FTC. And then the victim learns that the law firm Kelly Dry that works with MLM boasts on its website that it has 5 former FTC officials working for it. Bill McLeod, former director of the Bureau of Consumer Protection. Laura Raposo Van Drup, former assistant director in Bureau of Consumer Protection's Division of Privacy and Identity Protection. Dana Rosenfield, former assistant director of the FTC's Bureau of Consumer Protection. Aaron Bernstein, the senior legal advisor to the FTC Commissioner Julie Brill. Jody Bernstein, another Bureau of Consumer Protection director who became a lobbyist for Amway. And with that influence from being at the FTC, got Amway exempt from regulation. And this list doesn't include Jessica Rich, the former head of the FTC's Consumer Protection Bureau, who now also works for this law firm. Not only does an MLM victim have to educate themselves about being in a cult, explaining to others what a cult is and not being believed, but then they're up against the FTC, who is more focused on protecting MLM perpetrators than MLM victims. And that's where social media steps in. Many ex-MLM participants are extremely familiar with social media. Many of us spend most of our time online, whilst in these various cults, recruiting others, creating marketing, sending out unsolicited messages. It's natural for us to turn to social media to learn about what happened to us and to counteract the misleading information purveyed by both MLM and the FTC. Many of us eradicated the boundaries between personal and public spaces, our reputations damaged from our involvement in these cults. Using our families, children in the marketing of these make-believe businesses. Children appear on live videos, in photos, and a portion of their childhood is spent being indoctrinated alongside their parents, watching MLM training videos. How do survivors move on from the shame of these things when they are denied by the mainstream that they even occur, even when everyone knows they do occur? Thus, the importance of public online spaces for survivors. Sharing our stories is important to deprogram. Our stories have striking similarities to all cults. Even when survivors have evidence of being defrauded, abused, we doubt and blame ourselves due to the conditioning we were subjected to within MLM. Hearing others talk about their experiences gives people the courage to face what they were part of, to see our experiences stripped away of cult jargon, to see the reality of our experiences, and to educate and warn others of the reality of MLM. MLM cults are notorious for attempting to silence anyone from speaking out against them. My Instagram account was disabled after being reported in a coordinated attack by MLM participants. I was fortunate to get my account back. My TikTok account has also been targeted. I've been repeatedly threatened with legal action. Harassment and intimidation from MLM cult participants is a daily occurrence. Speaking out against MLM brings the full wrath of these cults down on a person. From every MLM company, participants will insult you, threaten you, and lie about you. Anyone speaking out against these endless chain recruitment frauds is believed to be a hater, a negative force, even an agent of Satan. Subsequently, each MLM sales force is mobilized, going after anyone speaking out against these cults. Comment sections are quickly flooded with angry, aggressive comments, insults and threats from participants from all MLMs, not just the company that is being spoken out against. These comments can easily drown out victims' voices through this intimidation. They also chase away other victims potentially coming forward, as MLM participants often follow each commenter back to their social media profiles to continue the harassment, leaving scathing comments. Our voices were silenced when we were in these cults, and they are being silenced on the outside too. By journalists who deny that MLMs are cults, by the FTC who denies that MLM is fraud, and by the public who follow suit and say if MLMs are pyramid schemes, why are they allowed to exist? With the increase in people speaking out against MLM, so too has room been made for others to safely speak out. Finally, a powerful counterweight of truth to the MLM lie exists. Thank you.